All right, welcome everybody to another episode of Providence Lucha Talk. This is Luisito.
JayAguila.
And we have special guest today. Once again, that's the second time in our show. Big Frank, definitely.
Yo,
no, third time, because we did a streaming, but
yep.
Nice. Welcome back. You're always welcome to it. And today is gonna be, we're gonna talk about All Out that's happening. I think it's a Sunday, the 5th, right?
Yep.
This is gonna be the third All Out. Yeah. I think all the pieces have been falling how they're supposed to. I know the first year was kind of building. The second year was to see if the company survive, and this is the year that we had a lot of big people come from other shows and retirement and stuff. So
WWE.
we're seeing
WWE.
Now we're seeing how AEW is shaping up, especially merging from other companies and stuff. So it's pretty interesting how this final product is coming to us.
And also, Big Frank, man, he's an honorary like host in this show. Like, freak that. He's no longer a guest. He's an honorary.
You know what's so funny? You ever watch ESPN and there's that fat guy that always talks a lot about LeBron?
Yeah,
reporter. That's me. That's me for AEW stuff. That's when I show up.
Anytime we're about to talk about AEW, we're like, we need Frank in the show because he's gonna spice it up for us. And of course, guys, as always, please be sure to follow us on our social media on the Insta, Facebook, and YouTube, the Providence Lucha Talk. We are glad that you are a part of our circle, and hopefully you agree with our pick for today, because I think this episode is going to be a good one. So let's start with the I think which is going to be the opener. It's the 21 women casino battle royale for an opportunity for the AEW Women's Championship. Now, there are already some names already listed, but we're supposed to get 21 ladies. So, fellas, if you could predict 5 individuals to be part of the show, who would it be?
Chelsea Green, that's one.
Okay.
The Iconics. Well, not Iconics, sorry. The Inspirations. So that's 3. Ruby Riot. And
no, Soyo.
Yeah, but her formerly known as Ruby Riot when she was in WWE. Who else? Chelsea Green. Now it's getting tough because we might see a lot of people from either NWA or we might see people from Impact. I wouldn't mind seeing Awesome Kong. I know she retired recently.
That's an old one.
But just to see, because we haven't seen her. I think she was in the beginnings of AEW for a little bit, but she just stopped showing. Like she had injuries and family stuff and stuff. So, what I think those 4 for now. I know Big Frank had a crazy one before we started. I'm interested what made you think about your person for the battle royale.
So yeah, Frank, name your 5 in the one that you mentioned before we recorded.
This is so hard. I probably got 3. I can't think of the other 2.
Okay.
Probably I was thinking Gail Kim. I think Gail Kim would be perfect. This is just me thinking of who will fit well.
Yeah.
In that type of thing. I think Gail Kim would fit well. Ruby Riot. I don't know where her new name's gonna be. But
Rudy Shoyo.
Yes, I think she would be great. I was thinking might be crazy. Tessa Blanchard.
Okay. That's another one, yeah.
I think that would be a big surprise. The thing is, I think she'd be too big name for him. But I think Tessa will come through because I think Tessa will really change the women's division in AEW.
Interesting.
Okay.
Really interesting.
I can't, and probably I don't know her name per se, but the women's champion NWA, she's pretty dope. She's the tall chick. She's really tall.
Camille, Brickhouse.
Yes, I think she would show up.
Yeah.
So
that wouldn't be too bad, champion versus champion, because we've seen that before. NWA against AEW when the former champion was champion against Thunder Rosa and stuff. So we had inner championship matches between the two. So, and especially with Camille, she's pretty big. I wouldn't mind seeing her against Jade. That would be a good
I was just thinking that. I was
her against Jade for that NWA. That'd be good.
That'd be
Jade?
crazy.
All right. So my 5 special guests, the Inspiration, because I think that's a great place for them. I definitely agree with Peraza, because like Impact has been working side by side with AEW. So that's 3. Honestly, Ruby, if she does make it to AEW, that'd be dope. But for me, it's very unlikely. I just feel like she'd probably be more useful for Impact or maybe NWA in a sense, because maybe she could build herself as the champion, where they could help her build to be that superstar around that area. But if she's part of AEW, that's cool. That's great. Kudos for her. But I think the real big name that's going to really like shock the world is the one that Frank mentioned, Tessa, because Tessa, I think it's going to be more traction, more eyes, and it's probably going to be more impactful for her because her dad already worked for the company. So why not have a father and daughter type of stable alongside with
part of the Pinnacle.
Yep, part of the Pinnacle. That'd be wonderful. So who will win this? I would like to see Jade. I would like to see Jade come out top.
Sorry to go off topic, kind of, but I think someone from Neo Japan Wrestling will show up too.
Yeah, I think they might bring people over to from Japan.
Think so.
Yeah. I think I know she had a feud with this person, with a current champion. I know she's been building up the ranks. I think I'm not saying I don't want to see this again, but I want this feud to be over. Thunder Rosa gets a chance against Britt Baker for the championship. So I think Thunder Rosa will win.
If Britt Baker keeps the championship, but
but I'm saying like if she's currently the champion, so I feel like not give Thunder Rosa an opportunity, but finish out that beef between the two. Then whoever comes out champion, fine, whatever, that's squash, and whoever wins could continue on with the rest of the division.
All right, Frank, who's your pick for this battle royale?
There's nothing against the women's division in AEW, but I just feel like it's shaky sometimes.
It is. You ain't lying.
I like in my heart, I would love Jade to win it, but I don't see that happening.
She's too green. That's the only issue.
That's what I'm saying. She needs still ring work. I think she just needs someone to ring work still.
Fair.
This might be crazy, but I think Ty Conti might win it.
Okay.
I think she's interesting. Really good.
I love my Brazilian girl, but I mean, like, she's just too face for me. You know what I'm saying?
She's building. There's been a lot of feud going into this match. That's happening because it's her and the bunny, and same thing with the super bad girl Penelope before this. So there's 3 people already have a feud. So let's see who goes in, who helps out, but. That's a decent pick, especially everybody likes Tay Conti now. She's kind of over with the crowd.
All right. That's our pick, guys. What's your pick for this battle royale? And talking about the women's division, our doctor, the D.M.D, Britt Baker, will be facing against Kris Statlander for the AEW Women's Championship. If, one of them win, they're going to be facing the winner of the battle royale. Now, my hope is Kris. Why? She's big. She's perfect for the role right now. Britt already did her part. I feel like she already did her role, already being champion for the past few months. But I feel like Kris, the alien, the boop. I would like to see her as AEW. Frank walk away. Wow. Okay. So it seems to be needed for rivalry while we wait for, you know what I'm saying? I feel like, that stable between Orange Cassidy, the best friend, and Kris, they need a champion. You know what I'm saying? Nobody has been champion in that division since never.
Okay.
So I feel like why not her be?
No, Orange Cassidy never got the title. Sorry. Yeah. He challenged for it, but he got destroyed. But the TNT
and the AEW, and couldn't do it.
I'm still keeping Britt Baker as champion. She got her muscle now, and her what's her name? Her background person, her helper.
Red Bull, not Reba.
Yeah, Red Bull. Yeah, I think she's gonna pull it off. I feel like it's not too soon for Britt Baker to drop the belt, but I feel like there will be other championship changes in this card. But I think this woman division, they need Britt Baker as like the person to be. It's better for her to have not a heel as a champion, but to have a heel champion rather than Kris Statlander. She's good, but I think something's gonna happen that Britt Baker's gonna take it.
If it's not now, then when? And if it's not all out, then where? You know, that's
a TV show, and I feel like Britt Baker's money, especially we have her husband. It's a free agent. Who knows what's gonna happen?
He's staying with the WWE.
I know they offer him enough money, but I don't think it's gonna be enough.
Dude, with the up, down money on the side too. Yeah. Nah, he ain't gonna give that ownership. But Frank, between Britt and Kris, who you got?
Britt Baker, landslide.
Landslide.
Oh yeah, landslides, Britt Baker.
By submission, right?
It's different. All right. If they were in, like, let's be real. If they were WWE and you're seeing Britt Baker like frequently in matches, you would probably get sick of her, and it's time for a title change.
Mm-hmm.
But AEW is different in the way they process their matches and the way they show their wrestlers. And I just feel like as though there hasn't been a storyline for Britt Baker yet to lose that title. So just these wrestlers getting thrown to her. You can't even say Nyla Rose was competition to her. Yes, that was a big battle for her. But I just think in order for Britt Baker to lose the title, there needs to be a solid storyline to that story in order for her here. And she's the top heel right now for women. So you're not changing that. So you just need to find that baby face for the women that will take that belt from her. And then
even a decent because your girl that you said Taya Conti would be a good match.
Yes,
legit. I know she got destroyed by Camille, but the legit Layla Hirsch will be a good baby face to go against her, and she's very technical. So there's a lot of matches I feel we haven't seen going against Britt Baker that her losing the title and you lose. Basically, remember it's 52-week episodes, so we need TV shows rather than just a one-off match in a pay-per-view.
Exactly.
But we're also talking about so I'm not disagreeing with what you're saying. Again, what I like about AEW though is like they build great story, and what a great story would be if, let's say, Britt does lose the belt to Kris, then you have her going back for the belt. You know what I'm saying? They put the person whoever won the battle royal on the side for a second, and have Britt have one more chance for Full Gear, I believe it's called, Gear Out, for them to be able to have Britt once again as champion. Because again, why Britt hasn't been champion for a while? Because of injury. You know what I'm saying? She's injury prone.
Yeah.
What happened if she does get hurt? Well, knock on wood. What happened if she does get hurt on Saturday? What do? Why not just make sure you protect your asset and then try to build her again? Because she's a popular name. Everybody loves her. So if she lose,
but this is my counter argument to you though.
Okay.
The only way I see that happening for her to get her title lost is for someone as equivalent to her popularity as a babyface.
I think Kris does match her popularity.
No, hell no.
She had it last year. She had it last year.
But
she got injured.
Yeah,
but not currently. Tay Conti, you have Layla Hirsch. Who other babyface? Even Sheeta. She's still in limbo, but even Sheeta, it's. And if you see down the ranking, Penelope Ford has a better record.
Not a better record. She's the more contender. But let's not talk about record.
But I'm saying, but like, there's people like popularity. You still got the Thunder Rosa situation hasn't been resolved. Jade hasn't faced her. Who else? The other champion. But you know what I'm saying? That still matches that. Like we could see that. Like
here's my other thing too. The only way she already beat Nyla Rose, so I can't say Nyla Rose.
Right.
Who can do it and has been dominant has been Jade. But the thing is, Jay just don't. She needs to work on the ring skills still. We can all see that. So it's just not the time for her yet. So that's what I'm saying. It's either you want to go with Jay now or just let her develop as a champion. But I don't see that happening. You have to find someone as equivalent to her popularity as a baby face in order for her belt to be lost.
Well, guys, that's said and done. You know what I'm saying? We said our piece. All we gotta do is wait till Saturday and see what happens. But best of luck for these women. Following match we're going to talk about is the Jon Moxley versus Satoshi Kojima. It's a single match between the two. I think this is towards their beef from the New Japan Pro Wrestling, if I'm not mistaken. So between the two guys, who you like, who you don't like for this match?
Moxley, I feel like he's just giving people some time on TV, people from New Japan that we haven't seen, or those who don't follow New Japan, at least kind of. That's what when he was the AEW champion. Was it AEW or
the United States Heavyweight Champion?
Yeah. So he gave people opportunities from overseas and stuff. So at least we get a preview of legends and people from New Japan. But he's gonna do the same thing. I don't think Satoshi. It's gonna be a good match like the last one, but like the last opponent he had. But I don't think Moxley, especially for a pay-per-view like this caliber.
Frank?
I'm gonna disagree on Lewis here. I'm gonna go with Satoshi, honestly. Why I'm gonna say that? Just the reason why I'm gonna say that is for two things. Just because of his age, the age he's at now. I just think just the age and just that letting him be. I won't say his like retirement match in the USA, but that gives him a good way to get out of the USA and be like on good terms. And I just feel like every New Japan wrestler that came to AEW got the ass kicked. So I just think they just need that win. I just think for the company, they just need that win in their company. They'd be like, all right, we took all these losses. We had Kenta come in.
Yeah, but the only thing I completely 100%. I see your point, but the only thing is there's still what we're getting from New Japan onto AEW are not. I'm saying not the best because New Japan have really good wrestlers, but there still are a good handful of people that haven't come over that are either like Oriental, like descent, or even people that are in New Japan that haven't made it across the pond to us yet. So we getting a taste of what New Japan has to offer, but like we still haven't like seen the best of what New Japan has to give us.
I agree. I definitely agree.
Well, guys, by the age, from what Frank was commenting, is that right now,
I think he's 50.
Yeah, he's 50 years old. So I mean, age is definitely a big factor, but I don't think Moxley is going to lose in the motherland that easily either. So I'm going to have to go with Moxley just because he is one of the biggest name in AEW. You know what I'm saying? One of the pioneers too. So Moxley got our pick, but we could be wrong. New Japan could definitely get a win in the motherland. We'll find out this Saturday.
Oh, wait, stay on that topic just real quick. If he was to take a loss like New Japan as just as the company, I think they will start bringing in the most recognizable wrestlers from New Japan.
They have to, because I know Jay White, it's in Impact right now, but Jay White, I think he's the either Intercontinental or champion from New Japan. We still have God. We used to have Flip Gordon. We have like a bunch of people in New Japan that are the only thing's tough. It's like they're part of Bullet Club, so it's like you have to build a story. But once again, Bullet Club versus Bullet Club, but there's still people over there that haven't made it across that are like the best of the best, but I don't think they want to bring them over yet.
You know what WWE did that AEW should do is get Kota. Kota would be crazy.
Yeah. Even the guy that beat Lance Archer, like I wouldn't mind seeing him going against Moxley.
Yeah, I love Lance. Yeah, I can see that. I like that.
So they still have people over there, but I feel like they're just giving us kind of not a go away tour but the people that are about to retire or like they just legend type. Yeah, just bringing them over so at least we get a preview. They're not gonna be the best because they're 50, 40 something. They're like into the business already, but we get to see a snippet of what they have offered to the industry. Then eventually we'll get the best of the best of the best onto
Facts.
when everything, merges and the door the door opens up, the fourth wall. So
Fourth wall, big rumors. Nobody's really gonna open that door yet. It's like what Samoa Joe say. If it was supposed to happen, it would have happened. But to now, every person to themselves. So with that being said, following match, Pac versus Andrade and Idolo for a single match. Now these two are very lightweight. You know what I'm saying? Cruiserweight, matter of fact, definitely showing a lot of heat throughout the past few weeks. I don't know about you guys, but something about Andrade getting the W is needed, in my personal opinion, after his loss to Kenny Omega in the AAA event last month. So, since I'm going with Andrade, Luisito, who's your pick?
I'm picking Andrade as well. They pulled a quick 180 on the results for that match because Andrade was supposed to win it.
He was.
But because Kris and Cage won, the Impact won, then they want Kenny to lose another title and start a whirlwind of problems after this. So they just switched the ending of the match last minute, but Andrade definitely, and also Pac losing is not gonna hurt him that much because he win, loss, or draw for Pac, it doesn't affect him, but that's gonna affect the Death Triangle, him losing, and I think something's gonna happen later, but I think that's gonna affect their group.
And what Luisito is talking about is that AEW still control the ending for their current champion, which is Kenny Omega. So because what he mentioned about Christian Cage, they just didn't want Kenny to be losing two championship at a time. They thought they extended a little bit longer for him to still have at least two belt till All Out. So Frank, who you got, Papa? Andrade or Pac?
Landslide Andrade. And I gotta confess something here, and I want y'all to admit it. I don't know if it was the first show or second show. Remember when he got released from the WWE, and I said, "Yo, he's gonna be big time in AEW." Did he sign AEW?
Yes, he did.
Yes. And I just want to say he's gonna be big time. And then I feel as though he's gonna beat Pac, and that contract that he gave the Pac without Ray Phoenix and Penta knowing, they're gonna create a fraction with Andrade, Ray Phoenix, and
they have to.
That would be the most best fraction ever.
The Lucha Bros, I must say, they need Andrade, but everybody's in factions. Now it's like the faction era. This year is basically the faction era of AEW. So you need to be in that faction to be successful. So this group needs to be formed. I think.
Oh my gosh,
Pac could have his people. I think that might be another person that's a free agent. Maybe him and Buddy and somebody else.
I was thinking
make some type of European, some type of something like that. They wouldn't be too bad.
I wouldn't mind Pac, Black, and Murphy, whatever name he decided to go with, to be a unit. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Mana Club back needs to be by itself. But I see where you
hold on. This man said no. Let's hear him out. Let's hear him out real quick. Let's not brush this over. What's going on, Frank?
No, I just feel like Malachi is a character right now in the storyline he's delivering. He's solo. Don't touch him.
He needs to be by himself at the moment. Yeah.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
But if Pac is also in the loser streak and you get someone who's like the Messiah, like Black,
he could convert and kind of be part of his
exactly. There's a possibility.
Yeah, I can see that happening.
Yeah. In that aspect, but not
and then you have Murphy. He's been a disciple, so he could have Michael Black could have not a kind of similar to Strategy to Society, but something like of that nature. Be part of
type of vibe.
Yeah, or the Fallen. They could have done the Fallen or something, or the Fallen Disciples. Or
all right,
whatever.
But this is my question to y'all. Let's say I'm assuming Bray Wyatt's gonna go to AEW. Do you save that for Bray Wyatt, or you try to
Bray Wyatt? I think he's taking over a group that's already existing.
You think the Dark Order?
Yeah, I think he's taking over the Dark Order.
Yeah, I think that's right.
And I think it's right to not give it to him, but it's like his boy was in charge, and I feel like it's the next person up because we all thought it was when back then Matt Hardy. We thought about
we thought it was Matt Hardy.
What's the other guy? The Kazarian's friend, Christopher Daniels. But
Yeah,
I think the best fit at the moment is Bray Wyatt. And I think it's like, and we also gives like homage to the former leader to, you know, like Bray Wyatt take over.
Brody Lee did such a good job too. Just the way he answered that was just great. I loved it.
We miss you, Brody. That's all I gotta say. Yeah. And if Bray is able also to convince free agent Braun, you know what I'm saying?
I have to send you guys. I saw a tweet of EC3. Because you know how EC3 says control your narrative. I think there's an EC3 Braun situation happening.
I can see that.
Yeah, I don't know if it's an Impact or everybody's a free agent. EC3 is a free agent.
True.
So
I see Braun Strowman signing an Impact and working with AEW, but not as a legit like signing.
I think that'd be the best for him for Impact.
Yeah, because I'm gonna say Luke and Gallows, but they do the same thing. They do they will do something like that. I think it works better like that.
Because the role that
sorry, go ahead. No, EC3 has like the green light and Impact too. So EC3's not ran the company, but he's kind of been the man in Impact. So having Braun with him or as like his partner or whatever,
it'll be great.
I was gonna say like the role that I see Braun, if he did helped out Bray, it was just gonna be the bodyguard type of position. The same way how Homeboy is with MJF. You know what I'm saying? It's just like just be the muscle. That's all he had to be. So so Andrade is our pick unanimous. Hopefully Andrade keep our Latino blood up and running, especially when you have Chavo Guerrero Jr. in your corner. Come on, bro. All right. We haven't seen this man wrestle since WrestleMania. He been the Royal Rumble, and he done it for nearly 4 decades of wrestling. And he's gonna debut in a match against QT Marshall, having Aaron Solo and Nick Comoroto in his corner. I'm talking about the big man himself, Big Paul Wright. Guys, it's no denying, man. There ain't no way in hell QT Marshall could be.
I just like this is one of the matches where it's just like, why is it there? But I'm sorry.
I see what it is, just to have people, you know, like it's a name recognition, but we all know anything could happen because it's basically going to turn 3 against 1. But I think it's going to be that strongest punch. It's knock out everybody, and
that's obvious. It's good
because I guarantee you with how things are working out, because everybody's like, oh, I'm gonna be an announcer off the ring, and we're probably gonna see him and Mark Henry. Mark Henry's gonna come in and help him out because it's gonna be 3 against 2, and it's gonna be something.
Show out of nowhere with the chair and help out Andrade. It's like, come on, anything could go on All Out. But yes, I guess I could speak for all of us with confidence saying it's Paul Wright. There ain't no way in hell QT Marshall is gonna be this big man himself. And
I disagree.
You lying.
I'm sorry, I disagree. Just off today's show. I only disagree because of today's show. What happened? The Gun Club just betrayed Paul White. So I just think because there's people against him now, and there's like basically like 7 or 6 people after him now. I just think because QT Marshall is gonna have some type of interference where he's gonna win that. That's just how I feel.
But I think he's gonna get reinforced. I think Mark Henry. I think he's gonna show up and help him out.
Yeah, like Mark Henry is like being reinforcement. So if you got that dude,
so it's not gonna be like the Brothers of Destruction, but it's gonna be like the world biggest team or something, or like
biggest team.
You know, like
I like that. That should be their name. Yo, you should be in the creative table, man.
Yeah,
you're in the wrong business.
Be a creative writer for Raw, please.
Yeah. Well, at least NXT, because I know Vince is gonna take over, unfortunately. But that's something else.
That's something else. Let's not open that box. But all right, so it's 2-1 with Paul winning. Let's see what occurred. So this is a really big match. This is one of the highlight match. I think this might be the mid card because it's like the story is nearly close to 2 years old. We're talking about Chris Jericho versus MJF. Now the stipulation is if that Chris Jericho lose to MJF, this is it. This is a swan song for Y2J, the Painmaker, the Lion Den, all that good names that we know him by. Guys, can MJF get this W over Chris Jericho? Frank?
To me, it could go either way. I just feel like if MJF does beat Chris Jericho, his character heel status is gonna be off the roof. Everybody's gonna hate the guy. But to be honest, if I had to be realistic, I think Chris Jericho's winning because I don't think MJF is the guy that's gonna retire him. And I don't think MJF is that persona that would do that. I don't know. He just needs somebody that really embodies Chris Jericho. I don't think MJF does that.
And real quick, a follow-up question. With the many times that they face, Jericho still hasn't gotten an official win over MJF. Do you still believe that this is the match that's
to be honest, just the way the storyline was set up and just the way I don't want to compare it to the Roman Reigns thing, but just like it just sounds like that type of story where Roman Reigns is just like, oh, if John Cena beats me, then I'm done type of thing. So I think Chris Jericho's gonna win this one.
All right, Luisito,
I have to go the opposite end. I think MJF will win this one, and I think he has to win clean in order to be, yes, I beat Jericho, not without help, but like be able to beat him and say, yes, I took out the best of the best. I think we're gonna see Jericho more of a creative or even announcer. Like I think he's basically been wrestling for almost 4 decades. So he did everything that he wanted to do. He's done it all. So I feel like now it's his time to be an announcer, a manager, backstage. I know he's doing a cruise pretty soon. So, and his rock band is, so I feel like he has a lot of other endeavors that are going to take him away from the ring. So he could be retired. And maybe, he could do an announcement, maybe get attacked and have a match here and there. But I feel like Jericho's impact or I guess his value to AEW, he already did in the beginning. He kind of carried the company. No, he's still doing it, but I'm saying in the beginning, he was champion for almost a year. He carried the company. He was the face of the company. He did what he had to do. Now it's your time, you guys, to take over. So I would like him to see him as a manager, as an announcer, or even creative backstage. And it's let the future take over instead of take a spot of the roster just for him,
Frank, any follow-up to the comment?
I just think MJF is not the guy to retire. That's just me. I just feel like it should be someone else. And you could do that literally after the MJF stuff and keep that storyline going if you really wanted to. But like how Ric Flair did it. Just try to get.
Yeah, but remember how Shawn Michaels retired him? So he kind of not pass the mantle, but it's I did everything I had to do. And he left for a while. Then when he came back here and there, but not another full time, because basically the inner circle is gonna break up not break up, but everybody's gonna do their own thing.
They're already doing their own thing.
Yeah, but I'm saying it's so you don't need the glue that is Chris Jericho.
And I agree. And so I agree. I just feel as though MJF is not the guy. I feel like Shawn Michaels is the guy that retired Ric Flair because they're similar, and he's seen Shawn Michaels. He saw Ric Flair and then Shawn Michaels. I don't think he sees. Even though if they do see the MJF as Chris Jericho, then you're on something else. But I don't see MJF as Chris Jericho. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? I don't see it.
I think now I'm saying I see Jericho and MJF, but I don't either. If he's gonna bestow his not power to somebody, but I feel like Jericho kind of giving the MJF the blessing to be you're gonna be the guy, because he kind of turned on Cody, so he had kind of a story with Cody, then now with Jericho. So if you think about it, he hasn't faced nobody else, so he's only been dealing with the big guns. So he took everybody out. Now it's his time to shine and potentially be champion, whatever. But he's gonna be the top heel of the show.
Well,
he has to be.
Let's put my final thought to end this segment. At the end of the day, history speaks for itself. You know what I'm saying? Y2J still has not able to get a single win over MJF, and I think seeing what we saw the last time they faced each other when the Judo effect could not be used, it definitely showed that MJF definitely evolved. In order for a company to grow, it takes one step at a time, and I feel like Jericho time has already been fulfilled. So in a way, I'm hoping Chris Jericho win, but if MJF is the guy, he's the guy. So we got to find out this Saturday on
and
All
kind of like
Out.
On a final note, Jericho could go to New Japan and come back with a championship. So he could take a different but I'm saying, but like he could go a different route and
he already was their Intercontinental champion. He already won some great matches over there. He already 40 years. He worked for many different companies: WCW, WF, WWE, AEW. Like the man really did it all. You know what I'm saying? He was in.
MJF is not the guy. I don't know. I'm sorry. I think I want Chris Jericho to win, but MJF is not the guy to me.
But in order for these young bloods to grow, you also gotta let go of the keys and let them drive. You know what I'm saying? And if they scratch the car here and there, that's an experience. Yeah. But I think they have a continued plan if MJF bomb anyway. So
he's gonna be the most hated guy. I'm telling you.
Oh, exactly. So it's like they already got that. So before we talk about the following champions, a man that made one of the biggest impact ever, over 8.4 million of view on his return during the AEW Rampage episode 2 is CM Punk. And this man looked up all the way to the top of the building, of the arena, and he saw the legend himself, Sting, and his opponent for this Saturday named Darby Allin. Now, CM Punk has he stated, from 2005 to 2021, he has over 16 years that he has not officially wrestled. Guys, can CM Punk pull this big win?
Yes. This is his pay-per-view. Everything AEW build is for CM Punk. AEW is for CM Punk. AEW is CM Punk. I feel like the same.
Interesting.
Now I'm using my counter argument from what we had from the Jericho MJF, but I feel like I kind of do the flip side for Darby. That's already settled name in AEW, and also you don't want CM Punk to start off with a L, especially in All Out at Chicago. Like he's gonna be over and defeat Darby. It's not gonna affect Darby too much, but I feel like he needs a win, especially at the place that it is, the pay-per-view that it is, and his name. He can't lose this match. So CM Punk, he has to probably GTS to Darby Allin to win.
Go to sleep. Wow. Okay, Frank, your thoughts about this match?
I'm gonna be the oddball. Darby Allin's winning.
Wow. So do you think an L would tarnish CM Punk return?
No, not at all. You gotta look at it like this, right? So
talk to us.
Darby Allin's on a winning streak right now. There's no way you're stopping that. And in order for him to elevate, he needs a win like CM Punk. He need that. And you want to establish, I won't say it'll probably put him in towards the like heel baby face type lane for that to happen. But I feel as though Darby needs a win like this because all his wins been off of just people like his size, like Miro. He lost to Miro for the title. Miro got the title.
He can't handle Miro.
Yeah, so I just feel like, to be honest, if you want him to be your legit face as a baby face in AEW, Darby needs this win, and it won't hurt CM Punk at all if he takes his L, and he could get wins right after that. I have no problem with that. But like, you came 7 years and then you come into the ring, show your skills, do what you need to do in the ring, show people that you still have it, but take that L. And that would put you're talking about let the young guns, like let the young bloods or like the young guns take over the company. That would be a good way to let Darby Allin flourish and be like, okay, now I think he's ready for a title picture. And I feel like as though that's good. And that shows that CM Punk's a wrestler. He's not there to take spots. So I think just story-wise and just storyline-wise, it makes more sense for CM Punk to take the L and let Darby Allin elevate and then gain your wins off the rank. And you know you're beating everybody, CM Punk, no matter what. But just lose this one and just win every other match.
So are we saying CM Punk is going to be similar to the Kenny Omega when they did the first pay-per-view back 3 years ago?
I think this moment basically it's made for me, the way I see it, this moment's been made for CM Punk.
Okay.
Darby, like, you basically CM Punk, it's according, his thing, he's the best in the world. So Darby beating the best in the world makes Darby the guy that beat the best in the world.
Hell yeah.
So therefore, it doesn't make him the best in the world, but like, and also like I see Big Frank's point that it's like, okay, it's gonna elevate Darby and maybe move him to a title picture. But if you can beat not the mid card, but if you can beat Miro, you got this Mollywop like destroyed by Miro. Like I feel like you have to like, I know he was champion already TNT, but I feel like he needs to probably redeem himself against Miro or have a better match in order to like elevate himself to the main championship. Because I feel like I don't like when they swap. I think that's what happened before when Lance Archer lost at TNT, then he automatically got AEW. Like, you just lost this one. How can you just go up to the main? Like, you have to work yourself up. But
and I agree with you. Why take? To me, that sounds like the WWE mentality. You just brought CM and Punk into the company again. Took him 7 years, almost 8 years to come back, and you're gonna make him take a win like that and already be in the picture. I think CM Punk appreciates more of the storyline and just being like, all right, I'm just there to have fun. I know I'm rusty at it. Let Darby Allin. That's a good redemption story for Darby to face Miro for that TNT championship. I just think it's a good redemption story for him. So he'd be like, all right, now I can tackle Miro because I beat CM Punk. I think that makes sense.
Because for me, the only way that I could see, not Darby could win it by himself. Cool. But for story purposes, I feel like Sting will get, it will be a clean win against CM Punk. And that will cause a feud between Darby and
CM Punk.
And as CM Punk, no, Darby and Sting. And we're going to see Sting, if CM Punk loses, Sting against CM Punk.
I mean, that's what I was thinking is like.
It's all out at Chicago. Like, it's like the biggest, it's just his house, like it's just, I don't know. It's just weird.
Chicago is CM Punk. I agree with you. But again, he said this during the Renee podcast, oral session. He said like he's not really looking for championship. He's looking for story. He's trying to make memories. I think even though he already gave the free ice cream bar, he made the biggest entrance ever, gave one of the biggest viewership to AEW. The least he could do is take it out on an unfair out. Because again, I don't think it's going to be a clean win for Darby. Honestly, I want to see Darby going for the belt one more time against Miro. Because, like, look at it. Look at the following segment, right? Kingston versus Miro. Is there any way in hell Kingston is really going to get this belt from Miro?
Is that the next match?
Yeah.
Oh, literally after this? Okay. Yeah, no, I don't see no way.
No. Is there any way, like, look what happened the week before. Kingston did, or was it Dark, that Kingston even didn't talk. He put the mic out, went straight towards Miro. Body size and all, Miro looked like a freaking like Olympic scar, and Eddie is like a New York bum. I'm sorry, the age shows, and it's just like it's unfair. So I feel like the best person to go after Miro once again is Darby. And what does Darby need? A strong push. Go ahead, Frank.
All right, so you're agreeing with me.
I agree that Darby should get the win, but it's not going to be a clean win. That's all I'm saying.
Wait, so my question is, why wouldn't it be a clean win? That makes it more better if it was a clean win.
If in order for the story to be more told or to just attract more audience, you need drama. You know what I'm saying?
And he needs to shed Sting.
All right, but that's my problem. If it's a dirty win, then they're going to continue that storyline between CM Punk and Darby. You don't want that. You want Darby to elevate after that match.
Keep in mind of this: CM Punk never go after to that person. He never look at the competitor. He look at the reason of why he look at the loss. So if the reason is Sting, how great is to see a Sting versus CM Punk in a future pay-per-view match? Because Darby's going to be having his eye on Miro. Sting is going to be occupied with CM Punk. And then you got two legends going at it in a sense.
Or even you could have Darby not take out, but let's say in your case, defeat CM Punk. He notices that Sting gets involved. There's a beef between them two. Darby beats Sting. So the two losers go against each other and he moves up to either Miro, the big picture. But I see you guys' point. I just, this day is too, I guess, too important for history and CM Punk. And we all, basically AEW was built for CM Punk. So it's just weird to see him lose for the first time in the first match.
AEW was built for Kenny Omega, and Kenny Omega started with one of the roughest loss ever. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And yet after a year, after paying his due, what he becomes, the El Champion, the belt collector, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Is a story that's meant to be repeated again with CM Punk.
And I agree with your statement if CM Punk was on a short-term contract. But he's saying that he's on a long-term, so there's no rush. I know
he quit. He retired from UFC. No, he retired from MMA too, so he's gonna focus on like sports entertainment and wrestling. But
good for him.
I just see that it's just like not a big picture, but it's just like the day. You know what I'm saying? Like it's his day. Like I don't know.
I understand, especially just the way Dynamite Rampage has been showing love to CM Punk everywhere they go. I understand your standpoint, and I don't see nothing wrong about it. I just think because CM Punk's in a long-term contract, and you can do whatever you want with CM Punk, and you know CM Punk's not the guy. Even though he likes it, he's not the guy to be like, all right, I want to be on camera all the time. I want to be that guy all the time. I just feel like him taking the L wouldn't hurt. You know?
Also, we forgot one little factor too. Before we continue with Miro and Eddie Kingston, what's his name? Is going to be Bryan Danielson. Does he interrupt the match? Does he interfere in the sense between CM Punk and Darby? Because supposedly he might be showing up this pay-per-view.
He needs to. To.
But would it be this match? You know what I'm saying?
No, I wouldn't.
I think it will be. I think he'll show up in the match we'll be talking next.
How is he gonna show up with? Explain with Miro and Eddie Kingston, bro. What does he owe to Eddie Kingston to interrupt?
Not to Eddie Kingston, but
that makes sense. That makes sense. No, talk your thing. Talk your stuff.
No, I just want imagine just because if you think about besides take away the AEW contenders, there's a real thing besides maybe Lance Archer. Nobody can beat Miro. Period. Nobody.
Except Darby Allin once he gets
it should be a competitive match, but Darby Allin knows what not to do, not to lose. But wouldn't you want to see Miro just technical and wrestling and everything? Miro, I can say no, not to help out Kingston, but let's say maybe Miro attacks Kingston in the back, like he always hurt or something, and he's like, I have no contenders, and you have Daniel Bryan come out. And they'll be next. Bryan Danielson comes out as I need a new challenger. Nobody can beat me, blah, blah. And you have yes or no, or whatever his gimmick is, or he comes out as American Dragon or whatever. That'll be.
Oh, American Dragon. I forgot that's his thing too. Fudge.
So, because I feel like that's the only person that could have go toe-to-toe with Miro and handle business.
And I agree with you because I just think the storyline that Miro got is beautiful. So he's just who is God gonna put before me, the face for this title? And I think just Bryan Danielson being that guy will give it a big pop. And it just sounds better because if you're trying to bring Bryan Danielson and the CM Punk and Darby Allin, it's too much hype going on. You want to spread it out. I just feel like that's good. I think to me that's really good. At least until Darby Allin creates that storyline with Miro, but I just feel like that would be good for now.
I need a part 2 with Darby Miro, but like if the Red Dragon, American Dragon, Brian, Dan,
Danielson, yeah.
Yeah, Danielson. Wow,
Yeah.
he flipped his name in WWE.
Don't sleep though. I think. Oh my gosh, I know there's so many surprises AEW can do, but if I was them,
yeah,
I will save Bryan Danielson for the New York show and bring out Adam Cole for the pay-per-view.
Adam Cole is not leaving WWE.
It's not confirmed or denied that he has. They offer him.
He's leaving.
I think they offer him $1 million and some other stuff, but
he
it's
is not
like,
worth $1 million. But
well, right now he's getting paid, I think, $100K in NXT.
$100K plus the money that he has being
so
partial.
I think what's reported, they gave him $1 million.
Up, down.
Like, yeah, but he's gonna be stuck in the mid card. So I wouldn't take, if I was him, I would not take $1 million and be stuck in the mid card. There was like, championship considerations. You're not big enough for Raw, period. And SmackDown, you're not gonna be, and you're not gonna be Roman Reigns for SmackDown. So you gotta wait your turn, like everybody else, to get a title shot. You're not beating Bobby Lashley. You're not beating, no.
And I agree with you. He's gonna be treated like Finn Balor is treated in the WWE. You don't want that.
And Finn Balor's better.
And EC3, a lot of great.
You don't want that.
Eric Young, he's just gonna put on the side. If anything, Adam Cole should just go back to NXT. That's his domain. That's
but now he don't have a chance in this new NXT. Samoa Joe's champion.
Oh yeah,
everybody
Vince
moving
McMahon's
up. He got no
taking
chance.
over, and Vince McMahon's taking over.
Yeah,
You don't want him. I'm
chance.
sorry, you don't have no chance. I'm sorry.
I mean, look.
Go with his boy, have fun. Go with his wife, like you're chilling, girlfriend or whatever.
But he's still making great money on the YouTube as well. So and also on
you
Twitch,
can make a new YouTube. It's not people know of him about him, so he just changes his name to whatever. And they'll follow him because they know of him and his content already. It's like he's already an established persona.
I'm just saying with the Adam Cole scenario is like best thing for him. Get your money, get your bread in WWE. Let your wife be in AEW. Because like if he goes to AEW, where is he going to be placed?
Bullet Club. That they might do. We might see AEW version of the NWO red and black. Like might see.
He has a better luck going back to Impact. He has a better.
No, but I'm saying, we could see like a Bullet Club, like not a red and black, but it's something like because there are two different Bullet Clubs if he goes with his crew over there. So there's two different people.
And true, you can bring Adam Cole into the Elite Squad too, and it'll work out.
Oh please,
it just matters.
The Elite is too wild for me right now. I really don't. Let's talk about the Elite because who's your pick for the Miro versus Eddie Kingston?
Everyone Miro.
Miro. Okay, just want to make sure the audience heard that.
No chance.
All right, so single match for the tag team championship is going to be held inside of a steel cage. And this match is against the Young Bucks versus the Lucha Bros. Now, this is something that we've been waiting for years and years to come. We know that Rey Fenix, was injured during some big highlights of their career that could have made it special. And this could be the day, the moment that we're expecting for. Is this the pay-per-view for the Lucha Bros to finally collect this AEW championship belt, Luisito?
Yeah, this is gonna be. We're gonna see Lucha Bros come out of this pay-per-view winners, Andrade winners. It's gonna be new champions, new teams, new groups form.
New stable.
And it's their time. It's their time. They have to. That's the only way to break down basically the Elite.
Frank, what you got?
I as much as I love the Lucha Bros because they changed the way
luchadors. He's gonna say it.
I'm sorry, wait. I love the Lucha Bros because I just feel like as though they just bring some type of intensity and just people look at them different as luchadors, and I loved it. However, the Young Bucks are winning, and the reason why is because storyline.
How
that's
about
why.
how about this storyline? They lose, they won championship, right? They won a title shot. How come they'll go against Luke Gallows and for the Impact? You have John Bucks against your
I would
boys.
like that. I just think that won't happen though.
Because you gotta break this group, not this group up, but there's something's gonna happen because you keep this elite.
It's an exodus. There's need an exodus, and this
you need a finish.
Group,
so
like it's too much right now.
Yeah.
The elite is just too wild.
They have all the titles except
They need to.
So I wouldn't mind seeing Young Bucks against Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson for the Impact. Then maybe
No, I don't see it. Unfortunately, I don't see it.
All right, but keep in mind, this is a steel cage. One of the dangerous matches that they're gonna be putting in. And the boys fly. Lucha Bros, they
nobody
fly.
Can get in
take
either.
high risk.
All right, but this is my thing, and I understand, and I would love the Lucha Bros to win. You gotta realize though. And this is two reasons why I'm saying Young Bucks are winning. It's because of the storyline of the elite, because it's not ran like WWE. It's run like once a week to even twice a week if they wanted to. But the thing is, you don't see it as much, so it takes longer to process.
Facts.
Two, Lucha Bros need that L because they're gonna create a faction with Andrade, and then Andrade's like, you need me to excel. And then I think once that happens, I think that's when they win the belt. They have to go for 3. I think they're gonna take Young Bucks are gonna win the second one. On the third one is when the Lucha Bros win. I think that's how it's gonna work out.
Wow, that's that second reason kind of like persuade me a bit right there.
Well, if we have Andrade, I have Andrade winning, right? And let's say Pac signs a title, the contract saying that if you lose, you basically not lose control over Lucha Bros, but Lucha Bros are mine. So he already controls them. Then them winning the title, they have to listen to Andrade either way. So then Andrade kind of has championship belt with his group. Then he just gotta either handle the TNT, the FTW, or AEW, whichever he wants.
It's best to be feared by a winning leader than a losing leader. You know what I'm saying? And I could definitely see Andrade. I mean, like,
because imagine Lucha Bros when let's say Pac loses,
right?
So now you're under pressure to like, you don't want to be a loser, then have Andrade as your boss.
Yeah, but that's a whole different segment. We're talking about the Lucha Bros.
Now, no, but I'm saying, like, I feel like, I don't know. I feel like it's gonna be their
my
time
thing is
to shine.
If Lucha Bros win, right? This is my mindset. If Lucha Bros win, then they themselves could be like, we don't need Andrade. Andrade need us. Or in order for Andrade to be able to be our leader or whatever part of our stable, you need to get a belt. You know what I'm saying? You need to bring something to the table if we got this goal. But then again, story-wise, Young Bucks win, Lucha Bros lose, then Andrade will have more of like a leverage over him, be like, hey, you need someone to have your back and be able to give you guys the right key, the right movement for you guys to be able to be truly champion as you are, which again, it's still 3 years overdue. I've been wanting Lucha Bros to be champion since I heard they was going to be part of AEW. So honestly, like, if it's not All Out, then God leave better happen in Gear Out or something, because I'm fed up. I need those boys in gold.
But yes, and I agree with you. You just gotta wait a little bit longer. I just think you need to wait.
But the thing is, like, they might get skipped over, unfortunately, because the team that is over
many times.
That happened too. But like, Ray Phoenix gets injured often, and Penta, he's Penta. But I feel like they either need a title run to make it as quick as possible, because Ray Phoenix eventually will get hurt no matter what. And also, you have in the babyface side of Jurassic Express over as hell, because eventually they will get another title shot or they'll get their time. And you still got all the people that are even contending, because we don't have the FTR. They will come back again. And you also have Santana Ortiz that haven't even got a title shot against, like, real compete in the tag team division. So I feel the Lucha Bros need to take their time now. If not, they're going to be back at the line once again, and it's not going to be for them.
And I agree. And I'm saying I wish the Lucha Bros can win. If they do, that'll be a good title change because we rarely see title changes in AEW. So I would like to see that. But just storyline and off the 2 reasons I gave, I just don't see it happening.
Fair enough. Fair enough. We just gotta wait and see. And what happened? Hoping for one hell of a match, something that will outshine the last pay-per-view that WWE SummerSlam that they tried to give us, which was not that great. So here it is. Final bout, one for the books. I think this should be the final card. If not, I don't know what would be. But this man took 2 belts from Kenny Omega during Rampage. Hell of a way to start the show, this new show, this new baby similar to SmackDown when The Rock, was the face of it. And now he's trying to take one more belt from Kenny Omega. And this is for the AEW Championship. Christian Cage versus Kenny Omega. The story has been developing pretty well in the sense that, all we see is just like, they don't really like each other. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, they just don't like each other, and all they want to do is just give us a great show. So, if this was the last final card, guys, can Kenny keep the belt? Yes or no?
Yes. He has to. I feel like everybody under him will basically his boys, everybody's gonna collapse. So everybody's gonna lose their titles or something's gonna happen. He's only basically last man standing with the title, with the AEW title. Christian Cage don't need the AEW title. I feel they gave him, he earned the Impact one because they needed a face for Impact. And Christian Cage, he needed to be over there. But he has no business sniffing the AEW championship or being contending to this. So I feel like it's gonna be good champion versus champion, but Kenny Omega all the way.
Kenny all the way, Frank.
Kenny, and just there's nothing really about to say about it. I think Kenny's winning, and I think personally, this is where Bryan Danielson comes in. I think this is the spot. It's either that or the Miro spot. It has to be one of the championships.
Because I feel like the next, I think I feel like Andrade might get next. I think I would like to see a part 2 situation.
Oh, Andrade, I love how
you know what I'm saying, for either, because he couldn't get the AAA one, but I was like, all right, I couldn't get the AAA one. I'm gonna go after the AEW one.
They comment that he supposed
to get that, yeah.
He's supposed to get it in the near future.
Yeah.
So if let's say Kenny wins, Andrade step in, I think that would be for the AAA championship.
Yeah. So if Andrade gets a AAA, great. That means I have other people in mind for future contenders. But if the AAA it's out of the picture for the moment, I wouldn't mind seeing at least just a match Andrade against Kenny for the AEW. Would
do you see Bryan Danielson being the one to step in with Kenny for a dance?
If you want to create the hype, yeah.
Ooh.
I would prefer CM Punk over
CM Punk is working with the legend.
But I'm saying, but I would prefer Kenny go against CM Punk instead of Daniel Bryan. I would like Daniel Bryan.
CM Punk. Why do we put him all the way ahead like that? Like, he wants story. He wants to start from the bottom. You know what I'm saying?
He could start winning and start getting wins and be the number 1 guy in record.
So you're gonna be one of your number 1 cruiserweight, middleweight guy, and then you're gonna go straight to the top guy, the executive VP of the company for a belt like that.
Because I want to see, for me, it's like I would like to see just match wise, Bryan Danielson against Miro, just technical, and it's gonna be crazy good in ring stuff, and just promo and hype and move and everything. Kenny Omega, that's kind of not a dream match, but it's basically a dream match. CM Punk against Kenny Omega.
It is, but then it is the true dream match. You want to tell you what it is? CM Punk versus Daniel Bryan once again. That is
but I think that might be like the farewell match between the two.
Well, hopefully it's sooner than later,
Yeah.
because honestly, I cannot wait until they're both 50, and
Yeah.
or
Or you could have eventually, if we don't know the status of the situation, we probably could see if Adam Cole comes up. I wouldn't mind seeing Adam Cole against Kenny Omega show up.
Again. I see personally. I see Adam in WWE. I'd love to see Daniel Bryan's. I said bad for whatever. I'd love to see Danielson versus Kenny personally, because that would definitely be a strong Canadian versus the Red American Dragon, whatever name he might pull out of his ass. That'd be great to watch. And then Christian Cage just go and focus on Impact.
Yeah,
so
he just needs to go over there. Yeah,
you know, that would be his swan song for AEW. So honestly, that's what I hope. Now, one thing I'm really hoping for is like Jon Moxley, dude, you gotta get yourself back in a championship contendership one way or another. Because one element that I would like to see him go for, the TNT. If he's able to,
you know who himself, I would like him to be the FTW champion.
He'd be a good
FTW. We forgot about that being a belt. Honestly,
no, but I wouldn't mind seeing Moxley against FTW. He could that'd
be good. Yeah,
he represents what the title is. He gives people title shots, and you see that title more often. You could have it in Rampage or Monday or whatever, and Moxley could be more like help out some of the ratings for the other shows with that title, rather than being the face, because you have other people doing that part.
But I would love to see Moxley first get the TNT over the FTW. Personally, that's just a personal opinion.
Yeah.
Because he's been doing great, hold the company down during the pandemic as the AEW champion. You know what I'm saying? Him being Miro is something that they danced before in the past. Why not do it one more time? But this time you're making Jon Moxley look good, because Jon Moxley without a belt, it's kind of weird. Personally, I just feel like he needs more spotlight. He needs more attention. Sure, he's working with the people from different organization, but you got to put a belt on the boy. How the hell you have Zack Ryder being the GCW champion, but you don't got Jon Moxley? It just doesn't make sense to me.
That's the thing. That's the thing. I feel like he don't need the belt. Like, he's doing what he needs to do.
Word. That's what you feel.
Here we go. This is the thing I always bring up. You don't have to give the Shield guys leverage. You don't need to.
Oh, like, Shield. I
know. But I'm just saying those three guys. Like, I understand that. Like Jon Moxley, I understand he's gone. I understand that. But what I'm saying is, you don't need Jon Moxley to have a belt. He can just do what he needs to do. The FTW belt, though, I think that makes it more legit. And that gives him more light to it. But like
that'll be kind of like his GCW championship, sort of. Not replacement, but it'll be similar to that, because he could have any match that could be the open championship, open challenge championship, or whomever, and he will help out the other.
But they don't even acknowledge the FTW. That's
because they don't have somebody that's there frequently, because Starks is not at 100% all the time. And the story of the building, it's whack. Like, it's nobody wants to see that. If you throw in Moxley through the mix, then you have Moxley against Brian Cage. You could have Moxley against Hobbs. You could have there's different combinations, and Moxley elevates everybody and makes that title worth something rather than
sidebar. Ladies and gentlemen, we already said our prediction. Right now we're going down the rabbit hole. Okay, so if you want to continue listening to this, great. Keep following us on the Providence Lucha Talk and on social media. But we're going to continue with this conversation real quick. All right. So back to you, Luisito. It's like the TNT, Tony Khan, the owner himself, he said he doesn't acknowledge it as a belt for the business. So why would I want one of the top names in the world have a belt that does not have much of a value?
Because he don't need the title to be worth something. So he could just have something that he could fight for the shows that don't mean anything at the moment.
He will have other opponent because the TNT does have.
But then you're keeping him as champion, not just because, but everybody who challenged him, I'm saying can't beat them, but like everybody who's seeking after, especially the TNT, kind of like a breakthrough person, you're not gonna have them go over if they're new against Moxley. Like, it doesn't make sense for story.
That's the key word.
And
you're not gonna get over, but you're gonna get some type of.
But with
credit.
FTW, there's something that like the shows that remember they have a show Monday. I think Elevation. They have Dark. They have nothing to fight for at the but they don't have nothing to fight for. Rampage. They normally have like mostly title matches for now, just to keep people interested. But like, you could spread out the championships throughout the 4 shows, and at least have something to fight for. Because it's everybody who's in either Dark or Elevation are stuck in limbo. They have decent records because they're fighting each other for no reason, but there's nothing to fight for. And everybody who's in those 2 shows can go against Miro. Miro's going to destroy them. At least Moxley gives them a better chance. At least he's more willing to work with people.
That's why
it's more of a give and take.
That's why Miro, if Darby can't get the job done, Moxley seems to be the right guy to put Miro in his place because they have danced. And if you could give him the TNT, Moxley already have worked with a lot of great names. You know what I'm saying? Lance Archer, John Mandela, Scorpio. You know what I'm saying? He worked with the Elites. You know what I'm saying? He worked with Eddie Kingston. He worked with many people. Imagine him facing all the new guys. You know what I'm saying? Sean, the Gun Club, the Blonde Elite, whatever their names are.
Hollywood Blondes, that too.
Whatever.
Brian Pillman got destroyed by Miro too. Like,
but I'm saying, at least with John Moxley, at least you're fighting someone who's Top Gun, and he's gonna make you look good. And he's not going to give the belt just to anyone. It's going to be someone that's going to be a big name. That's what I'm saying. It's going to be someone to a big name, but TNT, they need a new face up. And John Moxley seems to be the guy.
All right. And I agree with you in that aspect, but you got to look, they do rankings, right? So Christian Cage is second on rankings right now. Then after that is Darby. After that is Orange Cassidy. After Orange Cassidy is Powerhouse Hobbs. After Powerhouse Hobbs, it's Jungle Boy. So Moxley's not even in the picture in the ranking.
For the heavyweight or just in
for a heavyweight, just single wrestlers.
Well, single. TNT is midweight.
Well, they'd still do rankings.
They still do rankings.
Either rankings, either way, they're like we could have that match, but it's just like Miro at the moment. You're still building Miro, not build him up, but it's just like he's your guy, your. Now I'm saying barricade, but your benchmark for that title. Like, if you throw Moxley in against Miro, okay, Miro. Let's say Miro loses. Where is he gonna go, or what is he gonna do?
Nothing but the ceiling, baby. What you talking about? Miro is gonna see something.
But this is the thing. So I just mentioned the rankings to you, right?
Right.
You said how I said Darby Allin's gonna go after the TNT title. I changed my mind. He's gonna go after Kenny Omega if he beats CM Punk because he's in the ranking. So you gotta realize that gives Darby Allin a chance now. You gotta give new faces. I understand that. I understand where you're coming from, and he's the most solid wrestler in AEW and could give you a good chemistry match. But honestly, you gotta give young people shine as well to that title. So,
but we've seen also in the past when it comes to new faces like Darby, they get buried. I know this is not a popular name, but look at Orange Cassidy. Orange Cassidy was in a similar position as Darby, and when he got his chance for the belt, what happened? They couldn't push him over.
But come on, you know that gimmick wasn't going over.
The gimmick was solid. The gimmick was gold.
Stop. But you don't look at
he would have been a great TNT. He would have been a great TNT, not AEW champion.
That Mimosa match was fire, and you know
right,
it.
but this is what I understand. You have to have somebody in character. This is going back. I'm sorry to compare it to WWE, but you need someone to represent the belt well. And you're gonna have Orange Cassidy represent the AEW World Heavyweight Champion belt like that? No, that makes no sense. You need to have somebody else. I'm sorry.
You could have somebody like Andrade. That makes sense. Moxley, he's had it before. Like established, like I don't know, gimmick or setups and stuff. But Orange Cassidy is great. But imagine Orange Cassidy doing an interview. They do like a big thing with TNT. I don't know. Let's say basketball. Is it already Orange Cassidy? It's your time to do a commercial for TNT, and he's like, and that's it. Like, dude, like, no.
Thank you. At least someone understands. Like nothing. We don't hate the guy. It's just like you're representing that belt. That's your face of your company. That belt.
TNT title will be great for Orange Cassidy.
No,
not the
I wouldn't even say that. No, because Miro's taking that up. And
no, but I'm saying like if I was gonna give Orange Cassidy like an opportunity to win a title, I'll definitely give the TNT or even the F2W because his whole gimmick is F2W.
All right, okay, I see that, but I think he's better off with a tag team title belt instead of all.
But with who? He's not gonna be with best friends. Like he needs somebody to complement.
Until they don't do the three.
They're gonna bring the trios championship, and that would also be interesting if that's another monster. If they bring the trios championship, that'd be pretty cool to see.
Trios, really? I never heard of that. What is that?
There's basically tag team with 3 people. Like they do that a lot in Mexico.
Word, I didn't know that. That's pretty
cool.
So
if then you could have that'd be cool. Lucha Bros and Andrade, or you could have the Jurassic Express. You even could have the Young Bucks, basically BTE, Young Bucks and Omega as trios champion.
Oh, the trios champion will sound perfect on Andrade and Lucha Bros. Literally, if you use their AAA belts on there. And you represent it on AEW and AAA, I think that would really be good. Honestly, that represent it well.
Well,
I know. You guys have it. I know this is going to be a good pay-per-view. It
is a lot of hype. Is a high expectation pay-per-view. You know what I'm saying? I think the views are going to be way higher than SummerSlam. I think the pop is going to be way louder than Vegas.
Las Vegas, their credit card machine wasn't working, so nobody could buy food with credit cards. So everybody, they gave out free food at the moment, but when that happened, but their machine went out and that was a new stadium. I'm like, yo, you have a new stadium with no credit cards. So everybody couldn't buy food. I was like, that sucks.
Okay, but again, there's so much great hits that even if they miss just one of them, I think they could still do way better than SummerSlam at the end of the day. Any last word from you, Frank, before we end the show?
I just think like the mismatch of All Out this Sunday is gonna be the Big Show and QT Marshall.
Yeah.
Nothing against them. I just don't know why you try to fit something in to fill that in. You could have did something better, but I feel like
they needed a cooldown though, so this is their cooldown match.
That's a cooldown.
That's
when you go use the bathroom. I'm sorry, but it's just like it's gonna be a great pay-per-view. My only problem with the AEW crowd sometimes is just they lose their energy when they're way too hyped. So hopefully the energy is continuous throughout the whole show to make it lit, because I know all of the people that are going to be high flying, all that and everything like that, it's going to take a lot of energy out of the fans. So I just wish the fan reactions is there throughout the whole pay-per-view. So.
And just with CM Punk too.
That's what I'm saying. I don't want it when it gets to CM Punk. Please don't die after that. Please keep the energy up for everybody else.
Well, even though we predict that the AEW championship it could be the last one, CM Punk match could be the last one as well, because that's his hometown, you know?
Yeah, if you want to keep the energy going, I agree. Yeah. I agree 100%.
Possibility. But Luisito, any last word?
I think it's gonna be a good pay-per-view. I think I've been, I guess it's called sponsoring or supporting them. I've gotten almost every pay-per-view that they came out, but I think this pay-per-view with the matches that they have, it will be worth the money and be worth the time to watch it. I will make the time. I know I'm working that day, but I'm definitely will make the time to catch up and be able to watch it. But it's gonna be good. I feel like AEW's basically this is they finally arrived. This is basically their final destination that there were 3 years to build. So let's see what happens from here on and how this affects AEW because after the 90-day people leaving, being available, CM Punk, that's where everybody was waiting for. So everything fell into pieces. So let's see how this affects the future of AEW.
I agree. They need to pass with flying colors with this one, or you guys have fallen down the drain. You need to do well with this one in order for you guys to excel.
My final word is enjoy this with your loved one, because this is a history in the making, especially for a wrestling fan. Think about this. Yeah, WWE on Monday, Tuesday, Impact. Wednesday, you got AEW. Thursday, you got NWA, I believe, or Impact. Maybe
I think NXT on Tuesday, Impact on Thursday,
on Thursday,
and Friday Rampage.
Rampage and SmackDown back to back, and now you're gonna get All Out. Yeah, we're blessed. So enjoy these people as you can, have fun, and don't miss your mark. That's all I gotta say.
Yep, it's a great time to be a wrestling fan right now.
Great time. So with that being said, thank you for making it through our rabbit hole discussion. If you agree with us, write it down below in the comments. And if you don't, then let us know why, because we love to talk to you about it. But Providence Lucha Talk, we say buenas noches and good night.
Peace. Good night.
Peace.